You wake up, reach for your phone, and before you know it, an hour has vanished into a blur of feeds and notifications. You tell yourself you'll get to work, but motivation drifts away like steam. Everyday tasks feel heavy. Small pleasures don't register. If this sounds familiar, there's a chemical explanation. Your brain's pleasure molecule, dopamine, isn't missing. It's been hijacked and flattened. Today we'll explore what dopamine really does, how modern habits create dopamine stacking that ruins focus, and a clinical 48-hour reset protocol to lower your baseline and reclaim motivation. Most people think of dopamine simply as the molecule that makes us feel good. That's incomplete. Dopamine is best understood as the molecule of anticipation and prediction. It spikes when we expect a reward, when a cue signals something desirable might happen. The hit is about wanting, not necessarily liking. When you see a notification, your brain predicts potential reward, a message, a comment, a novel image, and dopamine spikes. Click. The feedback either confirms or frustrates the prediction, and that learning adjusts future behavior. In a world designed to constantly present novel cues, dopamine becomes a perpetually triggered alarm. Each swipe, each short burst of novelty, stacks expectation on expectation. I call this dopamine stacking. It's a series of small, fast anticipatory spikes that never let your brain settle. Over time, the baseline level of anticipatory tone, your capacity to expect reward from slower, meaningful activities, lowers. Tasks that require sustained effort, planning, and delayed gratification become dull because they don't deliver immediate spikes. This is why deep work feels impossible and why you might binge scroll despite feeling empty afterward. Dopamine stacking not only reduces motivation for long-term goals, it increases distractibility. The brain optimizes for cues that produce rapid prediction reward cycles. When a new email or a social ping appears, it becomes comparatively irresistible. The cumulative effect is a state of chronic overarousal and diminished reward sensitivity, often described as digital burnout. The remedy requires deliberate reduction of those instant anticipatory hits so your brain can recalibrate its expectations. Here's a practical, clinical-style 48-hour reset you can follow to lower your dopamine baseline and restore anticipatory balance. This protocol is simple but strict, and its power lies in the contrast it creates. Hour 0 to 2, prepare. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Inform close contacts you will be offline. Remove distracting apps from your main screens. Create a comfortable, analog-friendly environment. A notebook, pen, a timed alarm, and healthy snacks. Hour 2:24. Cut novelty to a minimum. No social media, no streaming, no news browsing, no games, no impulse shopping. Limit email to 2 scheduled checks. Engage only in low-stimulation activities. Walking without headphones, reading printed books, journaling about goals, meal preparation, and light chores. Practice single tasking for set blocks. 60 minutes of focused work followed by 20 minutes of rest. During rest, avoid screens. Aim for consistent sleep hygiene, darkness, cool temperature, no screens, 60 minutes before bed. Hour 24 and 48, reintroduce meaningful rewards slowly, continue no casual browsing. Begin structured, goal-directed tasks that require sustained effort. Writing, planning, exercise routines, creative practice. Reward yourself only after completing a defined task block. For example, a 90-minute work session followed by a 20-minute walk. Keep social interactions intentional and minimum. Mindful movement and intermittent cold showers can amplify the reset by increasing resilience without introducing novelty rewards. Post-reset, rebuild with boundaries. Reinstall digital tools with strict rules. Batching notifications, app timers, and defined focus hours. Practice a weekly mini reset day where you eliminate novelty for several hours. Expect days of low mood as dopamine sensitivity recalibrates. This is normal and transient. Within a week, you should notice improved ability to sustain attention and find satisfaction in substantive tasks. Dopamine is not an enemy, it is a guide. By understanding anticipation, resisting the lure of stacked novelty, and committing to a disciplined reset, you restore your brain's capacity to value what truly matters. The reward is not a fleeting spike. It is regained focus, motivation, and the ability to pursue long-term meaning.